candor, courage, curiosity, and humility, we can tame the primal reactions that pull us off center, bolstering our own conversational capacity and that of our teams. Even more encouraging, I'll show how we can use our daily work experience as an ideal place to practice and build our competence. Armed with this discipline, our teams can respond to tough challenges with greater agility and skill, performing brilliantly in circumstances that overwhelm less disciplined teams. I'm not advocating a simple gimmick or a quick fix. If we want to build our conversational capacity, we must subordinate our base ego-driven impulses to finer aspects of our humanity. If we want to improve our teams and organizations, in other words, we have to improve ourselves. Who should read this book? As an international consultant specializing in team and leadership development, I've spent the better part of 2 decades helping an eclectic roster of clients improve their performance by treating dialogue as a discipline. I wrote Conversational Capacity for managers, CEOs, executives, HR professionals, consultants, project managers, team leaders, and anyone else striving to lead their organizations to higher, healthier, more sustainable levels of performance. Eminently practical, the ideas have been tested and refined in a host of tough organizational settings. They work. My goal is to put the issue of conversational capacity front and center in the minds of readers, and to demonstrate that it's a decisive competence for teams, working relationships, and organizations of all kinds. This is vital because, despite its growing importance, it's not getting the attention it deserves. Standing on the shoulders of giants. To paraphrase Sir Isaac Newton, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants as I present this book. My work sits at the intersection of 2 paths of inquiry and thought. The first is the brilliant work of Chris Argyris of Harvard and the late Don Schoen of MIT. Just as Crick and Watson fundamentally revolutionized our understanding of biology and life processes with their discovery of the double helix DNA molecule, the social science research of Argyris and Schoen has had an equally significant impact on our understanding of people and the organizations they create and maintain. The cross-street at this intersection of thought is the work of Ron Heifetz and Dean Williams, both of the Kennedy School of Government at Harvard. With his first book, Leadership Without Easy Answers, Ron brought fresh ideas to a stale subject, the exercise of leadership. In Real Leadership, Dean expands on Ron's work and provides helpful detail about the varying kinds of challenges for which leadership is required, and specific strategies for making it happen. They have outlined an important and profoundly practical notion of what leadership is, what it isn't, when and where it's needed, as well as how it can be effectively exercised in a wide variety of circumstances. The ideas in conversational capacity have been stewing in my mental crockpot for a number of years, and I've drawn on ideas and concepts from a variety of sources. But the overall framework that emerges is something uniquely mine. So while my work sits at the intersection of 2 impressive bodies of thought and research, I've cooked up a slightly different take on many of the key ideas and how they connect and interrelate. Any problems with the ideas of Argyris and Schoen or Heifetz and Williams stem from my attempts at interpreting their work, not from the work itself. I'm not ashamed to admit that if I am even traveling on the same intellectual highway as these turbocharged thought leaders, I'm puttering along in a far-right lane. It's not just the underlying research that makes the concepts in this book so useful. For many years, my ideas have been slammed up against real-world problems and challenges in a wide variety of teams and organizations. From this ongoing interplay between theory and practice, evolved an engaging and practical discipline for improving how we participate in teams and organizations. In my work with small businesses, Fortune 10 mega firms, nonprofits, government agencies, educational institutions, and the military, I've seen the damage low conversational capacity produces in a wide variety of organizational contexts. Yet I've also seen individuals and teams who have rolled up their sleeves and worked hard to use the ideas outlined in this book to improve their performance by bringing more mindfulness and discipline to how they communicate and work with one another. Where do we go from here? What do I mean by conversational capacity, and why is it an issue? Why aren't we naturally good at talking about any issue without getting defensive and dysfunctional? In chapters 1 and 2, we'll answer these questions as we delve into the concept of conversational capacity and the human factors that limit it.